Reasons why Mason Disick, the son of Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick, chooses to stay out of the limelight. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Mason Disick, the first child of Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick, was born into a family that is always in the spotlight. From the moment he was born, cameras followed his every move because his family became famous through their popular reality TV show. While many people might think growing up on television sounds exciting, Mason has shown a different kind of interest as he gets older. Now 15 years old, Mason has chosen to live a much quieter and more private life, far away from the cameras and media attention. This decision has been supported and respected by his family, especially his parents. Mason used to be seen often on television and social media when he was younger. Fans of the Kardashian family watched him grow up on their shows, and many people felt like they knew him because of how often he appeared in public with his family. But as time passed, Mason started to pull away from the public eye. These days, he rarely appears in photos or videos, and his parents rarely post about him. His choice to live a more private life seems to be something he feels strongly about, and his parents have allowed him to have that space. On December 14th, Kourtney Kardashian celebrated a special moment in her family. It was the birthday of both her sons. Mason turned 15, and his younger brother Rain turned 10. Kourtney marked the occasion by sharing some old photos on Instagram, showing sweet moments from when the boys were much younger. The pictures made many people feel emotional because they could see how much the boys had grown over the years. Scott Disick, Mason's dad, also joined in celebrating the day and shared some pictures from their time together. He even gave Mason a special gift, although he didn't show too much of what it was. Even though not much was posted, it was clear from the few moments they shared that the family values their time together more than showing it off to the world. Although Mason has stepped back from being in the public eye, his decision doesn't mean anything is wrong. In fact, it shows maturity. Not every teenager would choose a quiet life when they could easily be famous, especially when fame is right there in front of them. Mason's choice to stay out of the spotlight shows he wants to enjoy life without always being watched. Even when he made an Instagram account earlier in the year, he didn't post much and didn't try to gain attention. His social media presence is small and simple, and that seems to be exactly how he wants it. Kourtney has always supported the idea of letting her children decide how much of their lives they want to share. During an interview on a podcast back in 2022, Kourtney talked about how people sometimes think she's never with her kids because she doesn't post about them often. But she made it clear that just because someone doesn't show something online doesn't mean it's not happening in real life. She said that her children don't always like being posted on social media, and she respects that. She also said that Mason especially doesn't enjoy being seen by the public and that she wants him to be able to enjoy his childhood without pressure. According to her, giving him a sense of normal life is something she really wants. When Mason first tried using Instagram, Kourtney quickly stepped in. He had made an account without telling her, and once she found out, she deleted it. She explained that she was worried about the kind of comments people leave online. Social media can sometimes be a very unkind place, and Kourtney didn't want Mason to be hurt by strangers saying mean things. She believes that young people, especially kids, shouldn't be exposed to the negativity that can come with being online. This decision to take down his account wasn't about control, it was about protection. She wanted to make sure that Mason didn't experience the harshness of the internet too early. Kourtney once replied to someone who asked why Mason wasn't in family photos. She explained that just because he's not seen doesn't mean he's not there. Her message was that people should not assume things based on what they see online. The truth is, some things are kept private on purpose. Not everything needs to be posted or shared with the public. Her goal is to raise her kids in the healthiest way possible, even if that means keeping them away from the fame and attention that surrounds their family. The Kardashian family is very well known for sharing almost every part of their lives, but Kourtney is taking a different approach when it comes to her children. Her goal is not to push them into the spotlight just because the family is famous. Instead, She allows them to decide for themselves what they are comfortable with. This includes Mason, who has clearly decided that he doesn't want to be in front of the cameras like others in his family. And that's perfectly okay. He's still loved and celebrated, just more quietly and in private. Kourtney's new family life has also changed in recent years. She is now married to Travis Barker, and they have a baby boy named Rocky 13. Just like with Mason, Kourtney and Travis have decided not to show much about Rocky in public. They are careful not to share his face or personal details, just like they have been with Mason. This shows that the decision to live more privately isn't just for Mason, it's a choice they're making for all their children. Travis also has kids from a previous relationship, and together they are working to give all the kids a stable and peaceful family environment. Mason is not the only child in the family who has decided to keep things more private. His younger siblings, Rain and Penelope, also don't appear as often as they used to. And Kourtney has made it clear that she wants all her kids to grow up in a calm and safe space. Even though they are part of one of the most talked about families in the world, their day-to-day lives are becoming more private. That's a big shift from the early days of the Kardashian reality show when everything was shown to the public. By allowing Mason to step back from fame, Kourtney is showing that she respects her children's choices. She doesn't force them to be part of her public life if they don't want to be. She understands that every child is different and may not want the same kind of attention she and her siblings get. That kind of understanding is rare and shows that she puts her kids' happiness and comfort before anything else. Mason is not missing out just because he isn't being seen. He is simply living his life in a way that feels right for him. The Kardashian family is always surrounded by cameras and people who want to know everything about them. But that doesn't mean every member of the family wants to be a part of that life. Mason's decision to stay out of the spotlight is a personal one, and it has been handled with care and respect. While many teenagers might be tempted by fame, Mason is choosing something different. He wants to grow up quietly, and his parents are letting him do that. It's important to understand that being famous is not always easy, especially for children. While it might seem fun and exciting, there are many things that can be hard to deal with. Mason is choosing peace, privacy, and a life that doesn't involve constantly being watched. That's a smart decision, especially at his age. He is setting his own path, and that shows strength and maturity. Kourtney and Scott continue to support him and make sure he feels safe and loved. Even though people might not see him often, Mason is surrounded by a family that cares deeply about him. His parents are doing everything they can to let him enjoy his teenage years without pressure. They are proud of him, and even if they don't show every moment online, their love for him is clear. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.